Happiness. What it really means. Happiness is one of the mysterious creations of God, the creator of all things. It is in the same mysterious category with the air, sweetness, pleasure, sorrow, etc. These creations of God are invisible and intangible. That means that they cannot be seen or touched. They are supernatural and can only be felt deep inside the soul and spirit of human beings. On top of all the invisible and intangible creations of God sits happiness. It is the king of them all. It resides inside the person who possesses it in various degrees or levels. The highest degrees of happiness and its associates, such as sweetness, pleasure, peace of mind, and comfort, have been reserved by their Creator for only those living in heaven, while allowing people of the world to enjoy their low levels. That means that the highest level of happiness, which is common with kings and the wealthy, is by far lower and inferior to the lowest levels that exist in heaven, where those who have done the will of God while on earth, and the angels of God are being rewarded by He from whom all good things come. He plants the various levels of happiness into various persons as it pleases Him so to do. To some He gives a low degree of it, and to others a very high degree. He has also allowed us as His beloved creatures to also work, struggle, and make efforts through the various things we do to achieve various degrees of happiness by ourselves. To some others too, He grants various levels of happiness without their making any effort by themselves, such as little children who are known to be always happy, which is why we commonly use the proverb, as happy as a child. He also sometimes chooses to bless some adults with such effortless happiness as He has done for little children. And this happiness is the ultimate and king, as you will soon see. So, a person who is not wealthy but who has been blessed with a higher degree of happiness than that of a multi-billionaire is ipso facto greater than that multi-billionaire, irrespective of what he possesses. All over the world, people struggle to find money through various means. Some pursue this money by first going to school to get educated in order to lay the foundation for avenues to get money. Some struggle to get employed and get paid salaries and allowances. Others try to find it through farming and other agricultural enterprises, building of manufacturing or productive industries, politics, entertainment industries, hospitality and leisure industries, sports, religion, stealing and criminality, and very many other avenues. Money, which appears on the surface to be what everyone is looking for, is not really the aim or target. The big target that sits on top of all of these is nothing but happiness, the king of all human endeavors. Happiness is the supreme majesty. It is the ultimate, the greatest, and the sweetest of them all, the one to which every human endeavor bows. The reward in heaven that awaits all who do the will of God on earth by obeying His commandments. There is nothing greater than it. It is what everyone is suffering for and struggling to achieve after all the efforts. Money is only the instrument or key that opens the distinguished gate of happiness and allows you to enter and enjoy. Having obtained this key, you can now use it to open up whatever avenue or dimension through which you desire to reach this your cherished paradise, which you may also wish to call happiness. Having obtained this money after all the efforts, you are now in a position to pay for or buy your own choice or dimension of this almighty happiness. It may be through eating and drinking, entertainment, or other forms of pleasure, acquisition of properties like air, land, or sea vehicles, landed properties, and very many others that have been your lifelong dream, and you become a very happy person. Levels of happiness. And so, whoever is lucky or blessed to achieve this happiness through any means is indeed a winner and a king or queen. Let it be known that the person at the lowest rung of the ladder of happiness is greater and superior to the person who has acquired billions of dollars after much effort and struggle, but has no happiness in the end. There is certainly no person who will accept an offer to have $1 trillion paid into his account, but to be locked up alone in a room without any chance of having any encounter again with anyone or anything in this world for the rest of his life, nor draw any benefit from his $1 trillion. Any person at the lowest level of happiness is greater than this sad trillionaire. So you are superior and greater than unhappy billionaires and trillionaires who own giant industries or very expansive estates, or own fleet of ships or airplanes? If you are poor but happy, If you have no child but happy, if you have no house but happy, if you are sick but happy, if you are not married but happy, if you are crippled or handicapped in any way but happy. The only persons greater and superior to you are those in heaven, because the level of happiness God has rewarded them with is much higher and sweeter than the level He who gives all good things has permitted persons on earth to enjoy, which is why presidents and other earthly kings are also struggling with others to go to heaven and enjoy a much higher degree of happiness. The level of happiness is determined by the level of a person's prayers, good works, and sacrifices while on earth. Jesus Christ revealed in the Bible that He was sent by God from heaven to come down to the earth to teach the world the will of God and show the world the way to heaven. Among the things He taught is that no one can ever go to heaven without being born again with water and the Holy Spirit, which is what happens when a person is baptized. And this baptism is a sacrament that completely wipes away every sin in a person's soul, including the original sin that all mankind inherited from the sin of Adam and Eve. If there happens to be a murderer or armed robber or kidnapper who is caught, beaten up, and left half dead, and a priest just comes along, and discovering that he was never baptized before, and decides with his consent to baptize him at that point of death, and he dies soon after, he will obviously go straight to heaven because this baptism has wiped away all his sins. In heaven, nobody expects that God will bless him with the same level of happiness as people like St. Paul or St. Peter, or any of the saints and martyrs who suffered and sacrificed their lives on earth working for God. In the same vein, people like Blessed Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus, Abraham, Moses, or the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, cannot be placed at the same level with other common people who lived ordinary lives and merely tried to keep God's commandments and died quietly and enter heaven. It is the same there, just as it here on earth. The happiness being enjoyed by those whose wealth runs into billions of dollars is likely to be at a higher level because they can afford virtually everything they desire than the happiness of people who have some thousands of dollars to enjoy life with. These ones are also happy, but would have been much happier if they could also afford to travel overseas for holidays with their families, like the billionaires often do.